So now we're going to be looking at the more advanced features on the TASS dashboard. So the first thing we looked at was actually getting to the videos that you want and being able to see your progress where you can click in. But now I'm just going to talk about these few elements up here. So the first of them is where you can look at your tagged videos. Now, on the video page where you actually come into it, you'll see that any of the videos have a setup which allows you to favorite it or to watch it later. So watching it later is one way of bookmarking it, and that's something that you maybe haven't watched yet, and that's something you want to come back to. But a favorite is something that you may want to come back to because it was really, really good, or you learn a lot from it, or it's a point of discussion, etc. So here you'll see I'm in the pathway of developing as a teaching assistant, and I'm in the 1.2 skills for success. Now I'm going to call that one of my favorites just for the sake of this video. And then I'm going to go back to the TASS dashboard. And so from there, if I want to then find any of the videos that I tagged, rather than trying to remember what it was and where it is, I go to the TASS dashboard, and then I'm greeted by my watch history, which shows me the last videos that I clicked in and that I looked at and that I watched, which is really, really useful. It can also give you an idea, and remember your mentors can see this as well. It gives you an idea of when it was most watched and how much it was watched. Just to let you know, on the mentor side, they see exactly as well how much of a video has been watched. So that's just worth bearing in mind to make sure that you go through it as thoroughly as possible. And then when you come to the favorited videos, you have a breakdown. And again, rather than just bundling them all together, we break it down so you can be in a situation where you can click and look. And if I go to the one that's developing as teaching assistant, then you'll see that right there, at this time that I'm making this video, at 8:30 in the evening, 1.2 skills for success is there for me. So I can look between any of the courses, it won't mix them up, and it will tell me where they are in different videos. And remember, not everyone will have access to everything, so that's why that functions in such a way. Now, the next item on the dashboard that is worth bringing your attention to is rather more kind of complex, or it can be used in many different ways. And that's what here, this could have many different items that you can look at there, book a video call or have a meeting or a calendar. And depending on what system your school uses, what happens here is this could be a link to having a meeting. This could be a link to having a group chat. This could be the post or pre-learning, to however your school wants to do it. But essentially when we come there, in one way or another, you'll get some kind of calendar. What you're seeing here is our one, but obviously if you have a Microsoft school or a Google school, you will see Microsoft and Google there, and you'll be able to pick or align into the calendars by how those calendars work. Obviously, if you're on one of our systems and using our technology, the video item player and the calendar are set up through this, and that's why you're seeing this here. The next item that is worth looking at on this element is if you want to go and refresh how to use these basic items and you're not using the welcome page, you can come into the welcome page, and there you'll see the initial welcome video or the introduction video, depending on the way that you were given the code. It may be your own head teacher that's giving you the welcome video, and then your instruction video may be by us or again by your school. But again, you would have seen it when you first sign in. And if you want to go back to it just to remind yourself of something, that is where you go. And then the next item that's worth highlighting here is where you will start to add supporting evidence. There will be a separate video on this, so I'll just touch upon it quickly. But if you want to add evidence and you're thinking, that was good, I captured some good items today, I made some good notes, I did a good bit of a lesson note, whatever it is, and you think that's going to be evidence to add somewhere in one of your qualifications, once you click supporting evidence, you will then be able to upload a new file. And you can use any of these kind of documents. You can choose and upload the file, or of course you can add from ScreenRock, which is our companion tool, which we built, which allows you to record very quick videos on the fly. You put both of them in, and then basically you're storing them. At this point, you're not placing them. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you this quickly. I will be going through it in more detail again when we go to another video. I'm just going to take a screenshot from today, say that will be something. I'm going to open it, and then what you're going to see now is I have the option of choosing where I place this in any of these items. So these are the ones available to me, and so where I click open on the section and then I click open on the actual answer, I can place it in exactly the place I want. Please note, if you don't open this and you just place it there, it will place it on rather high level in what it's doing. So you may want to be in a situation where you're doing it in another way. So I hope that's of use. I look forward to picking up with you next